Hello, so here's my review of the Becker Bk14 knife. So I've been using this knife for a couple of years now already, and I have to say it performed extremely well. So as you can see here, it's a pretty small knife. You could say it's like a fixed blade pocket knife. Some people use it as a neck knife. You can always wear it as a belt knife as well. So it has roughly a 3-inch blade, so it's not a huge blade. Pretty short handle, and the overall length I think is just around 7 inches, so not too big. So this knife usually comes with a coating and is made out of 195 Crow Van. I removed the coating because I didn't like the way it stick to, the wood sticks to it, so I think it's much better that way. As well, I worked on the edge a bit and now it slices extremely well. So usually this knife comes with, I think it's fiberglass reinforced nylon sheath, but I didn't really like it. I think I got an old version of it that really dulls the edge. So what I did is I made my own Kydex sheath, pretty easy to do, and it works quite well this way as like a forest EDC type blade. So what's pretty amazing about this knife is that, well, it's extremely robust. As you can see, it's a full tang. I think it's around 1/8 thick, 1/8 inch thick. So it's plenty thick enough to, baton with it and do all the tasks that we need to do. And actually, I'll show you some footage of batoning. It works quite well. Of course, you can't baton huge trees, but small stuff, it works extremely well. So it's a great knife to make feather sticks with because it's pretty sharp. So when I need to make feather sticks that I need to light with the fire steel, this is the knife I use because it doesn't have such a huge thickness behind the edge, so it's quite sharp and it can get those feathers extremely thin, so it can catch the spark easy. So some people might wonder, what's the point of having such a small fixed blade? Why not carry a folder? There's a lot of excellent folders out there, there's no question about that, so that could be a great option. But I have to say that I really like it because it's full tang, it's extremely solid. I can use it as a mini survival knife, and if I have nothing else, at least I know this thing is not going to break. I've done so much stuff with it, baton pretty tough wood, and never had any edge problems, never had any chips either. So I think it's for its size, I think it's one of the toughest knives out there. So it's definitely a knife that you can keep on yourself, as a backup knife. But I use this knife, to make lots of chores. As I say, split small kindling, feather sticks to start the fire, food prep. Although it's carbon steel, it can rust. I treated this one with vinegar patina, and it resists rust quite well. So, it doesn't need to be stainless to be useful. There's also a version, I think, in D2 steel, the Bk14. I have one of those and it works just as well. It's maybe a bit tougher, but definitely a bit more stain resistant as well. So those are two awesome knives. Highly recommend them for the money because they're pretty cheap actually. They're not that expensive. I had a good deal on this, around 50 bucks or something. So, and I've been using this for at least 3 years. So, and it held up extremely well. So one thing that I did with this knife is that I also bought the aftermarket scales for it. So when you buy the scale kit from the Kabar company, you get orange and black. So since I have two of them, one in the Bk14 and this, I use both of them. And honestly, they're great handles. The shape is great, no hot spots, they work quite well. So you could either paracord wrap it or just add these aftermarket scales and they work extremely well. So in conclusion, what can we say? So this is a pretty awesome knife. Doesn't cost a lot. Made of a pretty good steel, very robust. It's small enough that you can carry it in your pocket or easily put it in your bag or a kit. And as I said, I've been using it for years, held up extremely well, easy to sharpen, so there's nothing bad to say about it. I think everybody should own one and definitely use it.